Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to this very quick video. So I want to discuss a very interesting thing with you, and I want to discuss it in an element which is so natural to me. So professionally, I'm a physics teacher. I like to explain everything with numbers. There has to be an equation and you apply that equation in your calculations, right? Okay. So today I am going to explain a concept which is very important to your self-worth and how you feel about life, the notion of satisfaction. This is something I have struggled with for a long time. I achieve incredible things, but I am always on the rush of the pursuit. I'm always after more. And as I have aged, I myself have been interested in dealing with the satisfaction, seeing where I could draw the lines, and I actually set time frames for myself without understanding. And recently, as I am reflecting, I've made a realization and I want to share it with you. So, in my youth, I was on the pursuit. Buy a house by 25, get started with your pension, start saving aggressively by 30, move into this by 35, make sure you are investing in this way into the children. But in all that, I had a deadline for the pursuit because I had come across some writings, some readings about people who never stopped the pursuit, who never really needed some of the things they were pursuing. They were just chasing it for the rush and the damage they did to themselves as they continued. So I set myself an end date. Acquisition stops by 40. I sat with my husband and I explained to my husband, I'm not buying any significant thing after 40. I'm doing nothing in terms of aggressive pursuit after 40. And I cannot tell you how wonderful it was for my 40th birthday to come around and for me to finally realize. And I told myself on my 40th birthday, I will sit in front of the mirror, look myself dead in the eye, tell myself what I have, and tell myself what I have is going to have to be enough. Acquisition is done. And on that day, when I sat down to have that conversation with myself, it was incredible. It made me feel awesome. I had ticked off a box. Occasionally, you will have to buy something or do little things. Life presents challenges as we go along. But my full on pursuit has ended. And in this phase where I have retired from pursuit, there is a level of satisfaction that I feel which surprises even myself. So I was asking internally, how come I am not really doing anything? In terms of education, I've ticked off all the boxes I want to tick off. Raising my children are now gone. They are in university. No children to raise. Personal aspirations to establish some name and to put some respect to my name. I think I've done that to a decent point. But if somebody told me that I could stay where I am right now and not jump on the next pursuit and chase it, and I will feel the satisfaction that I currently feel, I would have thought it was impossible. Now, in my attempt to understand, I came up with an equation. I discovered an equation, and when I saw it, I'm like, bingo, that makes sense. So take your calculators, get your pens and your papers, and let me explain the equation for satisfaction. Satisfaction is equal to what you have divided by what you want. Your desires divided by what you have is going to be your satisfaction. And a lot of people are seeking a positive value for satisfaction. And a lot of people are seeking a positive value for satisfaction by attacking the wrong side of the equation. As a physics teacher, I'll tell you, if you want to reduce the numbers, if you want the value here to reduce, what you want to do is reduce the denominator. Yes, you could increase the numerator, but you could work on reducing the denominator. And in this equation, the numerator is what you have. That's what I pursued my entire life, wanting to acquire and increase what I had. And at that time, I was living life without even realizing this equation anyway. I was trying to get more, get a bigger house, get more salary, be able to do meaner, bigger, better things with the children, be able to have more engagement and interaction, more. On my 40th birthday, when I had this conversation with myself, I curbed them all. And I actually began to work on the denominator without realizing. I started limiting the things that I want. I do not want another degree. I'm done. I'm satisfied with the degrees I have. I don't want to buy another house. I own three. I think that's more than enough. And in fact, right now, I'm thinking of getting rid of some. You know, I do not want to have more children. I have been there, done that, raised them enough. I don't want more accolades. Actually, recently I realized that I only need about enough money to see my children through university. When that is done, how much money can one old fat woman eat? How much? How much food can I eat? How many beds can I sleep in? How much floor space does one woman need? And as I have got to this stage, when the things I want are shrinking, the things I already have are significantly bigger in relation to the things that I want. And as my denominator has been shrinking, the value of my satisfaction has shot up astronomically. Astronomically. So the trick then is not to seek more. The trick is to realize the things that are important and to settle on wanting less, of chasing less, of needing less, of accepting what you have and being able to live with that. That is how to increase your satisfaction. I always wanted to leave the house, to go and do more. I hated being in the house. Being in the house was a trap for me for many, many, many years. Right now, being in the house is my favorite thing to do. Not having anything specifically to do is a wonderful thing too. In fact, there are days when I clear my calendar and I attempt to watch stupid videos, be it on social media. I like going on watching movies. I still haven't got round to committing to shows, which are episodes and requires me to commit to extended periods of time, but I will still sit and I will watch nonsense. And in fact, not wanting much out of life has increased my satisfaction. It has helped me to feel relevant. It helps me to feel that what I have done is enough and there is no need to chase. Reducing the chase is exactly what I needed to help me find the factor that I had been pursuing my entire life. I had always been looking for satisfaction. The promotions never brought me satisfaction because I was trying to get more titles, more this, more that, more that. And I can see myself actually in the next move that I make career wise, make that move and just see how it goes without needing to chase. A sister friend of mine was like, "Oh, so you're thinking of going into university?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm thinking of going into higher education." "Well, then when you get there, we can pursue a professorship." I'm like, wait, wait. If I ever get to professorship, it will happen because it just happened over time. A professorship is not something I'm going to put as a title to go chase to be a professor in 5 years. If it happens, it will happen authentically, it will happen organically, not because I have pursued anything, because I am done with the pursuit. I'm actually very satisfied with moving into and working to make an impact and make a meaningful contribution to people's development in a different way. Yes, after nearly 2 decades in the classroom, I need something else, and that's absolutely fine. But the aggressive pursuit of getting, especially wanting to get to management and getting managerial experience and get this and get that, with people I started with when people were getting through and were getting onto senior leadership, yeah, I wanted to share the equation with you with my back end story and invite you also to sit and ask yourself, are you also seeking satisfaction? And have you been mistakenly seeking satisfaction in an attempt to manipulate the numerator? That's not the game. The actual game is to manipulate the denominator, to diminish the denominator, to reduce the list of things that you need, the things that you want. And you can attack that in many ways. You can do ideological shifts like I did, or you can just simply take them off. And I think in my case, I have done both. The things that I needed to take off have all been ticked off. Done, 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 been there, done that. And the things that I could waste my time pursuing, I've also decided I'm no longer pursuing. So that the list of things that I want has become very small. The things I already have are much more in comparison to the things that I want to chase. And the satisfaction factor has gone through the roof as a result. Well, hopefully, this equation helps you, and it helps you rationalize what you also need to do on the pursuit of happiness, of the pursuit of satisfaction. I'll see you soon.